All right, good morning, everybody. Let's get started. How's everybody doing today? Everybody good? Awesome, awesome. All right, so today we got some things that we're going to talk about. Carolina is not here yet. We got some things that we're going to talk about. You guys have anything that you would like to say? What are you guys seeing going on in the market? Let's get started with that.
It's crazy.
Great.
I'm actually buying too, and it's been hard.
Okay, still crazy on the buyer side, huh?
Yes.
Byron says sheer craziness. Still crazy on the buyer side. You guys are struggling to get them, still multiple offers everywhere. That's what you guys are seeing? That sound right? Not slowed down at all? Anybody see any kind of slowdown? Some people are seeing none. The interest rates are up. Buyers not having enough money. Yeah, broke buyers still can't buy anything. Not like the good old days when you can still buy something with not much cash. Anything else? Carolina, I'm going to go ahead and address what you sent me. Can you hear me? Just nod. Okay. Carolina sent me something, guys. She is a listing, and they have had the owner has a termite report from inspection, termite inspection. Looks like they're getting one every year, every other year, something like that. Carolina, that appears to be something that they're paying for. This is something that I have done in the past where they come out and do a yearly inspection. That way, if there's ever any issue, they cover it. So it's almost like insurance from a termite company, something they try to upsell you on to come out and treat your house every year. Anybody else familiar with this? Yes, okay. So you guys have all seen this before or done it or something? Okay, that's all it is. That does not look like they had termite issues. They're just treating it every year. They come around. Go ahead. Caroline, I think you're frozen. Yeah, nobody else seems frozen, but I think you're frozen.
Okay, I couldn't hear you somehow. So what you said was that it's not anything to worry about, that it's just for a peace of mind?
That thing that you sent me was, yes, it was a yearly inspection thing that they do. They charge you $225 for something to come around, spray around the outside of your house, or they pretend they do, and they leave, and they charge you $225. And what it does though for the homeowners, it covers them if they ever do have a termite issue, then they take care of it.
I don't know if that's the same as the bond, but then that's transferred. You can transfer that over to the buyer for usually like $95 or something.
Right. And they have to keep it up. They have to pay the $225 every year, whatever it is. Right. Yeah.
The house, they actually did a treatment for you. I'm so sorry.
Well, and Caroline, that's something. But if did the owner own it back in 2015? We'll have to figure this out later. But it says 2015, and it says it was redone in 2017. Inspected again. They wouldn't just be inspecting it without a reason to do that. So we'll talk about that later, Caroline. You're having issues. All right, guys. Anything else you guys are seeing in the market? Anything you guys want to talk about? You guys aren't seeing any changes. Keep hearing about all these changes. I'm not seeing you guys. Yes.
I have a question.
Yes.
So I have people that are buying a Lennar new construction and in Story Park. They asked me if I would help them, get a home inspector because they wanted some of the different stages inspected. So this one of the inspectors, he said he has inspected lots of Lennar new construction. Well, the salesperson emailed or texted me back and said that on a production builder they don't allow for these inspections. So they're basically telling me, no, we can't do that. But the buyer was like, Tammy, can we just get this done? And can you just get somebody out there to, check it? But, I don't want to be in a conflict with Lennar. Let me find her text and read it to you. I just didn't know how to respond to my buyer because follow the rules. If they say you can't do it, since this is a spec builder, we do not stop production for inspections along the way. The inspection for the outside inspector is done a couple of days prior to their final walkthrough, and code related and is a code related inspection. I will please need the inspector's credentials 30 days before closing, so that we may approve their credentials. But this inspector has done Lennar down in St. Cloud, several houses.
Okay. I know home builders have done this. We've done this. Home builders have allowed inspectors out there. They don't like to, but they allow inspectors to come out and check along the way. This might just be them playing their hand because they've got the upper hand because they're the seller right now. I don't know what they're doing, or if maybe that particular agent or salesperson doesn't know what they're doing. But they have allowed that in the past. I know maybe it's a new rule. Maybe it's whatever. I don't know why they're calling it a spec house. If your people actually bought it, it's not spec anymore.
Right.
So I don't know
she's
why.
Calling it a production builder. Builder.
Lennar's a production builder. Beezer's a production builder. They're all production builders.
Right.
But and certainly production builders allow it. If you're
in
inspector,
a $570,000 house, so would it be wrong to just, if they said, can the inspector just? I know they have to have their insurance and all of that in order for them to go on the property, but can the inspector just kind of go on his own accord, like after hours, and mull around?
I think I would talk to somebody a little higher up than the salesperson.
Okay.
And find out what's going on there. If that's a new rule, just investigate that. See if that's a new rule or something, because I don't know for sure Lennar, but I know a lot of builders let you come out and
yeah, exactly. I mean, the Taylor Morrison just told my guy that he's in Mexico. So I went, they did like a pre-drywall inspection.
Yep.
So, I don't think it's that big of a deal, honestly.
Well, they don't want you out there. So
exactly.
They're going to make rules like that because they don't want you out there.
Right.
They don't want you inspecting their stuff. And that's why they're telling you it'll be inspected for code anyway. So what do you want? Right.
So how would you handle it with the buyer if it becomes like they don't want to accept that?
If they don't, they don't. I mean, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
They don't. Find another house. Find somebody who will let you do it. I mean, there's no magic. There's no magic way. There's no magic way around it. And I don't know what your contract says. Make sure that. So this brings me to something though. On June 1st, our Wednesday meeting is going to be about builder contracts with an attorney. So she's going to go through builder contracts with you guys. That's on June 1st. So Tammy, the answer is I don't know. See if you can speak to someone higher up and get it inspected. If you can't, then the buyer can walk or do whatever. I mean, assuming that's what the contract says. If you need, Gretchen will look over that contract for you if you want her to.
Well, it's already signed. It's already signed and executed.
Right. But you see what your rights are if you can back out because of that or whatever. Okay. But boy, you don't have a lot of rights on those builder contracts, so you need to know what you're getting into. Okay, guys, let's get started on what we're going to talk about today, and that is working smarter and not harder. And something came up this week. And I want you guys to leverage these relationships that you have. You guys spend, how many of you guys, by show of hands, how many of you guys spend money, time, and effort on getting leads? Everybody, right? All of you guys, not if you're driving, you do it, just keep driving. So you guys spend money, time, and effort on getting these. And how many of you guys get title companies who want your business, lenders who want your business, all these other people who want to suck off of your leads that you spent your time, money, and effort to get? Everybody?
Every day.
Every day, right? How many of you guys are leveraging them for leads back? How many of you guys are having them participate in your time, money, and effort?
I have, but I haven't been very successful.
Okay. So how many lenders do you guys think are out there? Well,
thousands.
I want to ask you guys, why are you giving people your business and not getting business back? Because you like them? You like their advertising? They're easy to work with? What is it? Why are you giving them business and not getting business back? you guys have, there are lenders out there. Our office was contacted by one yesterday who wants to give leads. They're buying leads. They want to give leads as long as you promise to bring them some business. They've got extra leads and they don't have realtors. You know, lenders do advertising too. They get leads too. They have people just call them to pre-qualify. Oh, I saw your ad. I want to get pre-qualified for a house. You know, they give it to some realtor, right? But it's not
Yes.
you. If it's
Can
not
you send
you,
me
then
the
you need to find
details?
another. If it's not you, then you need to find another lender. You need to find another partner. These need to be partners with you, not that. So it makes me a little bit angry, as you guys can probably tell, that you guys are they all want to suck up to us and kiss up to us and come in and talk to my class about something, right? Are they giving you leads back? Any of them? And what are you doing? Some of you guys do a lot of business, you get a lot of leads, and you hand a lot of business to lenders. What are they doing back for you? They are getting leads. Who's their favorite realtor? And why is it your favorite lender? Why aren't you their favorite realtor? So I want you guys to, this is working smarter, guys. Getting people on your team who actually feed you stuff back, right? Title companies. Get title companies who give you a free transaction coordination, or get title companies who give you something of value. Give your clients money off, give them whatever, right? Cut your clients' fees a little bit. And that's something you can sell to your client of why you use that title company. And let them look at it. Let them look at the Alta. Let them look at the settlement statement and see that the buyer paid $600 settlement fees and they paid $300, right? Because of your relationship with the title company. Let them see that stuff. You're bringing value when you do that, and point that stuff out to them when you go over the settlement statement with them. Because of my relationship with ABC Title, you're going to get $300 off. You're going to see yours is $300 and theirs is $600. Okay, so things like that to think about. Create relationships. Do any of you guys have any of that kind of stuff going on? Do any of you guys use title companies or lenders who are giving you stuff back? Okay, good. You guys are, this is what you guys do. You create leads. You have repeat business. You go out and find new business. You do this, you work. And then out of just not thinking about it, or maybe a little bit scared to talk to people about it, you're not asking for business back.
I have a lender that I'm partnered with that pays for half of my Reminder Media magazine. Those people that we talked to recently, so they pay for half of that. And then another lender that's here in my community that I work with also, and he just paid for half of my community event that I just hosted last weekend. So he's partnering with me and doing that, and we both got some good leads. Wonderful.
Yeah, GCA's got lenders who help pay for leads. This is that's common. The co-marketing thing is common, but also the guys, they straight up get leads, just like you do. They straight up get leads just from their Facebook, from their other stuff they do, from they run ads, they do all the same stuff. You see lenders spend a lot of money on stuff, but some of these vendors spend their money kissing up to you and sucking off of your leads, taking your leads and leveraging those. So I want you to leverage your leads. I want you to take what you have, leverage the money and time and effort that you're spending to get something back out of it. So when you're working smarter and not harder, and another thing I want you guys to do, I want you to take just a minute and think about where your leads have come from in the last year, where your customers have come from, the money you've actually made. Where have these things doing? Are you guys tracking this stuff? And you don't have to answer this right now. This is a rhetorical question. Are you guys tracking this stuff? And are you coming up with what's working and what's not working for you? So you can spend your time efficiently on the things that are working for you. Or you see some opportunities you should have missed, something that should have been working for you. So what I want you guys to come. Yes,
question.
Martha.
I find out that, when smaller agents like myself, and I'm saying smaller because we don't do a lot of transactions, maybe like, less than 7 a year, I find that that's where they kind of overlook you. They want your business, but, they don't see you as an expert or something because you choose not to do more than that. And then they just tend to give it to the big teams or the big, the ones that make more sales a year. So how do you make them see that you're just as good? You just choose not to do more.
Martha, for every real estate agent that does 7 deals a year, there's a lender who does 5 deals a year. Okay.
Oh.
That's the one you need to find. That's what I'm saying. You're not going to go to Robert Palmer and he's going to give you all his leads. Okay. He's got his own brokerage anyway, but you're not going to pick a huge lender and go get Rocket Mortgages and going to give you all their leads. Okay. So you need to find, Bill Smith or Samantha Jones, who just started at Rocket Mortgage last Tuesday, and they're going to get leads and they're going to give them to you, and you're going to give her your leads or him your leads. Okay. Find somebody who's just trying to get started in the business like you are, someone who's small and trying to grow. They get paid the same way you do, by closing deals. That's it. All right. So find someone else who is small and stuff. Don't give them to the big boys. If you are you're not going to get things back, Martha. You're not going to get 100 leads back. You might get some back, but I would find someone who is not as big, but can still get the deals done for you.
And wait, I'm sorry, while you're there, how do you know that they're small? Because with realtors, you can.
How often do you ask them, Martha? It's as simple as asking them when they call you. Are you going to give me? Are you going to give me your leads? When they want your leads, they want your customers. Are you going to give me your leads? It's as simple as asking, but we're afraid to ask. We're afraid to ask for business. We're timid.
Yeah.
You guys hear me say this once a month on here. Timid salespeople have skinny kids, and you guys are salespeople, right? So get out there and ask. Nobody does business with you if you don't ask. I promise you that. If you sit at home in your underwear watching Jerry Springer, nobody's going to knock on your door to buy real estate. You got to get out there and do it, right? It'd be frightening if they did. All right. So relationships. I talked to you about before. We talked about attorneys, probate attorneys, divorce attorneys, all the people that you guys need to create relationships with. But let's get back to this other thing first. You guys think about your deals, write them down, where you're getting your leads, where you're closing deals, maybe where you're getting leads that aren't closing, maybe where you're getting your good leads that are closing, etc. And the amount of effort and time that you put into those. And you need to figure out what your most efficient activities are. Separate your personal life from your work life, so that doesn't all blur together and drive you crazy and run you ragged and get you unorganized. Tammy, you and the whole group have talked before about organizing your time and setting things apart in your schedule, and you need to do that. Ryan, isn't it better to work around the clock? No, it's not. It's better to have set times that you work. Set boundaries with your clients. Set boundaries with your family and your loved ones. I don't mean set boundaries, but I mean set time aside for them where they get your attention and the clients don't. You've got to do that, guys, to keep yourselves focused, to keep yourselves on top of your game. Otherwise, you will be running frantic. You guys ever do that? I mean, I do it, and I'm not even in your business, but I do it. I get to where I'm just running so many different directions. At the end of the day, I'm like, what did I actually get done? You know, and all these things I have to do. I've got a list now of things I didn't do today, and I'm a day behind, I feel like. But I was busy all day, worked hard all day. And, you know, if you're not efficient, if you're not setting these things aside, you're not going to accomplish them. All right. So work on those kinds of things. Where have you guys, Tammy, I'm going to pick on you. Where are your best, where's your time best spent, do you think? Your most efficient activity, the thing that you do that results in the biggest reward for your time.
I'm not really sure, actually. I mean, I did the thing where I saw where my most business is actually coming from my past clients. So that shows me that that's where my investment should be. And I was going to ask you guys what you thought. So when I kind of laid out what I spend and who I spend my marketing dollars with, I do pay for Boomtown, but I don't really work Boomtown. And some of the other agents have done, work some of my Boomtown, but I've gotten some deals from Boomtown, but I don't think it's really worth it and paying for it. So the only reason I'm really keeping it is because it gives me a website, and I feel like that makes me look legit. So is there a way, is there a way I can have a website, or does anybody recommend, even like within our paid services with MLS, or should I get rid of Boomtown? But what would I use to substitute that? And that's why I keep putting it off, canceling it.
Okay, how much are you spending on Boomtown?
$1,300 a month, and that's no marketing dollars. That is no marketing dollars. So I was spending like, I think $1,600. The lender was pitching in about $250, I think, of that marketing. There's marketing dollars. So when you spend the marketing dollars, you definitely get, I mean, I've got probably 3,000 like leads in there. It's just, I don't really work it. And so it's really a waste.
What infrastructure are you getting for so you're getting infrastructure for $1,300. What infrastructure are you getting? The website and what else?
Yeah, I get a website.
I was going to sign up for Boomtown today for their CRM.
Right. It's a CRM. I mean, it's got drip campaigns. It's a really nice whole package deal if you use it, but I'm busy. I don't really use it. So, but it's out there. If somebody Googles me, or they can go on that link and do the website, and they can search the MLS through that website.
Well, Tammy, you can get that for $99 a year. So something like that. What are you getting for your $1,300? It sounds like you get a lot of stuff, but it sounds like you're not capitalized on it. So it's not correct. It's not a wise, I wouldn't say it's a wise investment when you can replace the things you have. You can replace a CRM and a website for a tenth of that cost. Right. And if that's what you're using, if you're not using, but it sounds like you're spending $1,300. If you spend an extra $300, you get tons of leads. Right. Okay. So leads. You're going all the way. They don't necessarily materialize. They are like a long-term thing. You have to drip to them and all of that. And there's drip campaigns in there. I will tell you guys this: leads suck if you don't have the time and energy to follow up on them. All leads are terrible. All leads are absolutely terrible if you don't call them, and if you don't call them quickly, because they're not just, they don't, guys, and we've talked about this for a long time. They don't just go on to Zillow or any site and just look at one house and only click on one person. Okay. They look at lots of houses and they click on lots of people. And so if you got that lead, so did Edul and Mandy and Yolanda. Okay. So whoever gets up earliest and gets out on the phone and starts calling them, or whatever it is, whoever's sitting by their phone and working those leads is going to get the best shot at that lead. Okay. They're not just coming to one person. Some of them are giving to lots of people. It's not as common as you guys think, because by the time you call at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, if they went on at 10:30 last night when they finally put the kids to bed and sat down to look at houses, and they clicked on 4 of you guys, and you had wind down Wednesday and didn't call them until 1 o'clock in the afternoon, they're not going to answer your call. They're so sick of hearing from realtors today, or they're going to answer your call. Have you guys ever have somebody answer and be like, if one more realtor calls me, that they're tired of you guys by that time. It's the first one to reach out with them with something of value, some kind of information of value, and sets a time and place to meet them and locks them in emotionally with them to go look at houses. Oh, I'm excited about this too. How many other houses did you guys see that you wanted to see? Right? Did you guys know that as a realtor and a member of our local MLS, there's no house in Orlando that any other agent can show you that I can't. Right? So you're adding something of value. You're educating them that they don't need to answer Mandy's phone call and Jika's phone call and Yolanda's phone call, because they've got Tammy already. Right? So if you're calling them back, if you're working those leads, if you're not, then you're wasting $1,000 a month right now. If you're not.
I have, good morning. This is Romina.
Hi, Romina.
How are you? I got 2 things to say. For Carolina, you can get the CRM through the MLS on the prospect dashboard. So you maybe don't have to pay Boomtown. And Tammy, I got my my website. I hired somebody who I did pay. I mean, it's not like that. Yours is awesome because I saw yours and I actually loved the website they had for you. But it wasn't an option for me because obviously it was too much money. But I hired somebody who did my website, and they put the MLS. They did the whole thing, but they I don't know how they did it. You can check my website and see if you kind of like it. you know, you have it there, like you said, it makes you look professional and legit. Well, I just had a compliment from another realtor in Pennsylvania. Says, "Oh, I love your website. It's not like the best you can have, but it makes, you know, you have it there. So for people to search properties, if they wanted to sell their property, they can put their information and you get that lead. If I already got 2 leads and I finished that website like 4 days ago, I don't know when exactly, but yeah.
So are you marketing that? I mean, are you, I mean, Boomtown does do a lot. They even give you the ability to go out on Facebook pretty easily, but are you like paying for marketing dollars like out there on Google with your website, or they just kind of found you?
They found me. I don't pay, believe it or not, I'm not paying any marketing company yet. I do, like I said before, my YouTube channel. I have a YouTube channel. My Instagram, it keeps growing every day. I always get like 20 to 25 followers every day added to my Instagram, more than Facebook. But most of it comes out from YouTube. And then they look into you, they search you, they Google you. And after they Google you, well, they start looking for you. And then, I don't know, it's a whole connection thing that you got to start working on that. And then at the end of the day, you start getting, that's why I get so many people from outside the country. But just because all my sites and my post and my YouTube channel is Spanish. So for those investors that are outside the country, but still it can work for you too on your way, but you know, that's how
So
what's
your website? Is it just your name?
RominaRealtor.com.
Okay.
Guys, if everybody doesn't mind, lots of people are trying to help in the chat, and that's wonderful. Juliana, Joanne, if you guys will put your websites in there so people can check them out. Tammy can check them out. Anybody else that might be interested can check out your websites there. Tammy, I've seen your website. It's a very nice website, but you can get a nice website elsewhere. I'm not trying to talk you out of what you're doing.
No, actually, And I'm such a loyal person. I even hate to stop it because of my loyalty. It's so crazy.
Tammy, what I would love for you to do is to spend the extra $300, get $250 from any lender in town, and every lender would love to work with you. For those of you who don't know, Tammy's very successful. Any lender would love to work with you. Get them to chip in that extra $300 and work those leads. Remember that calendar thing you were going to do?
Yeah.
And set aside 9 to 10 o'clock every morning to make phone calls. Work those leads, Tammy. That's what I would say. You're going to get free leads. I mean, unless you just got so much business you can't stand it, then give those leads out to somebody else. You're getting them for free. Get them out to somebody else.
I have thought about offering the office, and then they could give me a cut. I have thought of that as well. If people, but I don't know how that would work. So
it would work very easily. There's tons of people on this call that would love your leads and pay you a fee for them, right. If they close. So that's wouldn't cost you a dime. That's what I'd love to see you do. Mm-hmm. So if anybody be interested in that, let Tammy know. So yeah, Tammy, all these sites, IDX, which is Internet Data Exchange from the MLS, so you can search any website like that to all these other folks, Romina's website, everybody else's. You can look on her website and search anything. It won't give you obviously the listing agent or their showing instructions and stuff like that, so you have to go through Romina. That's the whole idea. So that's how that works. So it just gives you the buyer synopsis. Okay, customer synopsis, or something like that. What else? Okay, we've got a lot of stuff to talk about, guys. So, Tammy, you need to do a time audit. I'm not letting you off the hook. You need to do a time audit. A lot of you guys do. See what you're spending your time on. See what you're spending your time on. See what you're spending your effort on. See what's paying off for you, and see where you're. I don't mean to sound like you guys are at a seminar, but do your SWOT analysis: strengths, weakness, opportunities, and threats. All right. You guys only have to pay $2.99 for this weekend. It's just right here. Strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. What's working for you? What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? Tammy, I'd say that's a weakness that you're paying $1,300 for something that you're not.
Oh, definitely. That is my big weakness.
That's like a huge gym membership. That's like me spending $1,300 for a gym membership. So I can say I'm a member, right? So you're spend an extra few bucks and get leads, or scrap the whole thing and be more efficient with your money. And honestly, I mean, you could straight up buy leads if that's what you're going to do. You can buy the fancy concierge leads or do whatever with that kind of money. All right. And that should be paying off for you. Guys, every $1,000 to $1,500 that you spend should be getting you a deal, at least one deal. All right. So let's talk about that. There's lots of stuff in the chat for you guys. I'm not going to go through it all, but there's lots of helpful stuff. Juliana's got someone who does the CRM and everything that you need. Anyone here use Home ASAP? That's another question that Alec has. And Martha wants leads from Tammy. All right, I'm sure lots of people do. Okay, so let's talk about these other things that we're doing. Your niches. What are your niches? Some of you guys have neighborhoods that are your niches. You have farm areas that are your niches. Some of you guys I've seen do pet lovers. Some of you guys do families with kids. Some of you guys do dual income, no kids. Some of you guys do beach condos, Disney employees, or people, whatever employees of whatever company. You guys think about specializing more and getting more of a niche market. Figure out what your market is, because you guys' business is you guys don't work for an employer where all your stuff just comes to you. You guys have to piece together 3 deals here, 2 deals there, 5 from referrals, 5 from repeat customers, et cetera, et cetera. Go on. And the more things that you have are doing that. That's why you have to be efficient with your time, because you can get scattered in so many directions, and your branding can be completely, diluted. It can be completely diluted by trying to be in too many things to too many people. So stick with your branding. That's your thing, and go with it. So I would recommend more of a laser approach than a shotgun approach where you're just trying to get everything you can. You guys need to figure out what's working for you and concentrate on your strengths. If you have weaknesses that could really pay off, then do that. All right. There's more stuff in the chat. Keeps catching my eye. Sorry. So let's move on. Social media. Are you guys doing everything you can on social media? If not, we have someone who can help you with that. Romina did a great presentation in person for us a couple months ago at the office. Wonderful, talking about her videos, showing us how she was doing her videos, her YouTube, her Instagram, etc. And that's awesome. She's growing 20 to 25 followers a day. That is really cool. That adds up quickly. So that's awesome. She's growing her business and growing her business. That's fantastic. You guys, are you offering incentives? Tammy, you said your main thing is your return customers, right? Those are your main people. They're coming back to you for business, and they're sending you people, right?
Yeah.
They're referring you people. Awesome. How do you spend money on those folks, Tammy? How do you spend time and effort on those? What are you doing to ensure that, to buy some insurance that Tammy Pipkin is their realtor? You guys have got to talk to Tammy. She's my realtor. She's wonderful. How are you making sure that conversation happens?
I'm really bad. I'm thinking about sending the reminder. I'm terrible.
You're the worst good realtor ever.
I am the worst good realtor. I am. It's like this woman texts me at 1:00 in the morning. Can we put an offer on this house? And I sold them a house a couple of years ago. And then she called me. She's like, Tammy, I just trust you so much. So, but I am terrible at that. And I just,
People trust you because you're not up to anything. You're just, you're not working any scheme. All right. So what, but Tammy, you've got to get, I mean, I don't know what you would do with all the extra business, but I don't know what you would do with all the extra business you could get by being efficient. So you'd be too busy then. So you've got to figure out what are your marketing dollars going toward? If not, I mean, you'd be better off sending 12 customers $100 a month than spending the $1,300 on something you're not using.
Well, that's what I was thinking. I'd be better spending maybe that Reminder magazine or something as opposed to that to all my past clients. Investing in them instead of a future trying to find leads, because they prove that they send me stuff and they repeat business.
For that kind of money, you could put them in the Omaha State Club. I mean, you can do. I'm half kidding. I'm not. Put them in the Wine of the Month Club. You're going to spend that kind of money. Your best people who are sending you people, put them in the Wine of the Month Club for $2.99 a year. They get 2 bottles of wine a month.
Really?
Delivered to your door. Yeah, there's stuff like that to reward the people that you're doing. Guys, we're 100%. Spend some of this money that we're not taking on growing your business. That's why we don't take it, so you can grow your business, right? That's what we want. Our company makes money. My job is to make money by transactions that you guys do. So I can get more agents and I can get more transactions per agent by making you guys more efficient. And that's what I want to do. I want to make you guys more successful, right? That's what we do. And you're on your end, you're not giving money to your brokerage. You're spending this money on growing your business. Have the determination to do that and have the discipline to do that. And for those of you who have the ability, if you don't have the ability, you've got to, everyone in your family, I love to see you guys with husbands and wives working together, or supportive spouses, or by yourself, it doesn't matter. Whoever your loved one is, they've got to be on board with you guys cutting some expenses now to grow a business. You guys are all in business. You run a business. I love to doing the trainings with you guys, and I say the first time, how many of you guys have ever run a business? And you get like 3 hands go up because people have, done Mary Kay or something before. And I'm like, no, all of you guys had a business. The minute you got your real estate salesperson license, you had a business. How actively or passively you run that is up to you. But you all run a business. You've got to, guys, if you can't spend money on your business, then you're not going to go anywhere. And you probably should go back to work doing something else. I hate to be like that, but you probably should go back to work doing something else if you can't grow your business. I don't care if you have a hot dog stand. If you can't put money into it, you're not going to be successful. You can't just go outside with a sign that says hot dogs, and when somebody comes up, you run into 7-Eleven and grab a hot dog and bring it back. You can't do that. You have to have a cart and the dogs and the buns and the peppers and the onions and the ketchup and the mustard, everything, right? And then when you get that $500 that first day, you can't just go spend it. You've got to buy more of stuff. You got to get some signs out there to get some traffic off the street. You've got to invest in your business. You've got to reinvest in your business. And we give you the ability to do that. The 20, 30%, 36%, 42%, whatever we're not taking, you've got to grow your business with that. You've got to use that to grow your business. And efficiently. Tammy, I'm so glad you came today, Tammy.
I have what I did also, if it works for you, Tammy, or whoever wants to build their website, I ask the person that I work with as a lender, the loan officer, he works for Pioneer Mortgage, and he pay for part of my website, and he is listed on my website as my lender. So if somebody wants to get a pre-approval, automatically it will go to him. So
what did you pay for your website?
How much do you say?
Yeah.
$1,500.
Oh, more than 1 month of what I'm paying.
Exactly. I pay $1,500, and he did everything. Obviously, I have to pay on a monthly basis, like $83 which is nothing.
Yeah.
For the website to keep up, for everything. But 83 plus maybe 35 or something else that I need to be connected so they can do their magic. But that's the only thing I pay. So it's not even a quarter of what you pay. So, but you can do it. You can get a lender and tell them, hey, I'm going to put a website. I'm going to pay for this person. So you want me to put you as my lender, and they help you to pay. He also helped me to pay a video on YouTube that we did, and he paid part of it. So he could be on the video and people is contact. So he's getting a lot of business through that because of that way we market.
Yeah, and with the Boomtown, I almost feel like the purpose, I don't know that really, I mean, I guess if they Google me, they'll see that website, but I almost think it is really just for the leads that come in that really take advantage of it. So it's not really people that I have a relationship with or past clients, I don't think. So that's how I feel the purpose, it's attached to that purpose. So anyway. Let's
put dollar signs on this. Romina, how many leads a year or customers a year do you send your guy at Pioneer?
Well, I work almost all of them, because some of the people, they have their own lenders. Sometimes I try to switch them, but I would say maybe I have no idea, but I don't know how many he got.
I mean, just throw a number. It doesn't have to, like, okay, is it like 4 a year or 5 a year? Or?
No, let's say like 10 a year he can get from.
Okay, 10 a year that he's.
That was my first year anyway. So yeah.
10 a year that he's closing for you. How many is he closing for you?
Closing for me, 10, because the other ones are not with him.
Okay. What was your average? Do you know what your average volume was last year on a house? Was it 300, 350, 400?
350.
Okay. All right. And how much did he contribute to your website in a year?
Well, no, I just got my website, so he paid just a little bit, like $300.
Okay. He made $52,500 roughly off of that.
Exactly. And he paid for with my video. He paid $500 for the video we did.
Okay. So he spent about 1,000 and he made 52,500, right? That's pretty efficient, I would say. Does that sound pretty good to you guys, spending 1,000 and making 52.5? Okay, guys, lenders will go in on your marketing, but lenders also get lead, and that's wonderful, Romina, that somebody's paying for half of your stuff. That's awesome. They are very willing to do that, guys. That's important that you know that. They also get leads, and you also need to hit them up for leads. They get straight up leads for people who contact them directly. Just like Romina, you're saying these people already have lenders before they come to you.
Yes.
Your guy at Pioneer already has customers before they come to that come to him first to get pre-qualified from his marketing or whatever. So you guys, you ought to try to get straight up leads. It's great that they're splitting your cost for you. That's awesome. That is the bare minimum they should be doing. But you should be finding people who actually give you leads too. Who when somebody calls them, when Johnny Homebuyer calls them, they say, "Oh, who's your realtor?" And Johnny Homebuyer says, "I don't know. I want to make sure I could buy a house first, so I called you." And he should say, "Okay, well, contact Romina," or whatever your name is. Okay, so
but that's why he does. He's something when he gets people, and people contact him on his Instagram. His Instagram also went from 80 followers to 400 in maybe a month and a half since we dropped the video. So every time somebody contact him first, so me and my husband, we got a lead. It takes time to work with these people from outside the country because it's a lot of, things that they need to do and stuff, even that they're easy, but it takes time, but we're building, the pipeline. But he always gives us the leads that he gets. So it's a win-win situation. And he was starting, so it's a good thing.
That's exactly what I'm talking about, Romina. Thank you. That is a win-win situation, and that's what you guys should be striving for. These people are coming after, they want to beg you for your business. Make sure you get something back from them. They will co-market with you, or even better than that, find someone who's hungry like Romina has. Sounds like she found a great partner for that. And he's made $52,500 roughly, and she's going to make a bunch of money off of him sending her people. So awesome. She'll have the same kind of return from him eventually. All right. Any other questions or comments? Nothing. I mean, I've got more stuff. I don't want to get into it. We'll do it another time, but I think you guys have lots to do. So what I'd like for you guys to do before next week, if you would please, track your time, track your resources. What are you spending your time on? What are you spending your money on? And what is working for you and what isn't working for you? You have got to get organized on this stuff. You've got to be efficient. Your only resource as an agent is your time and your money. Those are your resources, right? Those are things you can spend. Time and money. Time being the most important because you can't get it back. All right. Any other questions, comments? I do have a question.
So the agent, I just said, "Hey, is that a new rule for the inspections?" And they really want, she's like, "No, it's not a new rule. We do not stop production subcontractors for pre-drywall as this is not a design center builder. The inspection is a few days before the first walkthrough."
Okay.
So
find out what your contract allows. Contact me for Gretchen's. Do you have Gretchen's info from before?
no, because I was driving that day. She was talking and I was listening. So do you have it?
I'm not sitting here.
Okay.
Actually, I do. Yeah, I'll put it in the chat. Hold on one second. All right. 1797.
Would you have the buyers get with her with their contract, or me just send her the contract? Okay.
Well, then why don't you contact her and see what she says? She might have a simple answer, or she might be able to tell you something quickly.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. I'll put who that is. That's Gretchen Ortiz. She is an attorney, and she will be giving a presentation on builder contracts in here on June 1st. And she's also a probate attorney. You guys get with probate attorneys, get with divorce attorneys, right? Those people can funnel business to you.
Hey, Ryan.
Yes, sir, Idul.
How is Gretchen? Because I sent her an email, like, after the last meeting, I sent her emails. Then she never returned calls or emails or anything.
She might have been the one that she said to text her. I think she said she gets a ton of emails, if I remember correctly. And
Correct. That's correct.
No. That wasn't Gretchen. That
was Meredith. That was Meredith. But Gretchen might be the same.
I contacted her too, and she never responded. I called her office, left a message, and I just said,
well, then don't contact her then. Call Meredith.
That's what I thought you were talking about, was your cousin or somebody, your relative.
Gretchen, I don't know about anybody, but Gretchen sucks. I mean,
what?
She sucks as calling back and stuff like that. She doesn't.
All right. Yeah. We're not going to talk like that. All right.
Sorry,
she's lovely, and there might be some miscommunication because she contacts. I converse with her all the time, so it might be some kind of miscommunication.
No, I really liked her. I thought she was impressive, but I did call for something and I never got a call back, so I figured.
All right. Well, we don't need to talk about.
Yeah, I don't know communication. I call the office. I call her. I call the office. Email. I said email her. Email a customer. Nothing. No reply.
Well, I don't think she's going to reply now after seeing this.
I don't know. I apologize.
No, I'm kidding. Don't worry about it. All right.
I apologize, but it's like I don't know. I was like, I said I was going to tell you, but I don't know. We never brought it up. So
I wish you had gotten this out with me beforehand, so you wouldn't be so angry right now. All right.
Oh, no,
so there's Meredith's information. Meredith helped Martha greatly. She explained in detail what I need help with. Okay, great. All right. So I was giving Gretchen because Gretchen's the one who's going to do the builder contract class.
She was very good. She was very good explaining that.
Terrible. No, right?
Maybe
I'll tell her in the meeting that your communication needs work.
I'm not sending you an invitation for that meeting, Idul. All right. All right. So there's Meredith's stuff. Maybe that will help. So there you go. I'm sure she knows builder contracts as well. So, all right, guys. I think that's it. I think I'd like to leave on Idul's note there. Wow, I'm glad I was here. I hate to see what he says about me. So, all right, guys. Well, thank you all very much. Anybody have anything else before we go?
Yes.
Carolina, I'll talk to you about that thing. From what I saw, Carolina, that was an inspection where they come out and do the bond. That was the bond. If you want the termite bond, that looked like that's what that was. I would not take that answer for sure, but that's the same thing they give when I used to have that done. Same thing they gave me. Was a sheet like that, and they should have emailed her a report too, unless it hasn't happened since 2017. Maybe she stopped paying for it, or the previous owners.
No, this is the seller that bought the house like that. But when I went there, I saw that they did a treatment on the perimeter of the home, and I asked them, and they had no idea. So I researched it. I wasn't sure if the house had termites before, and they treated it, and they just did a termite treatment. I'm just not sure. Like, I was just shocked.
You can call the termite company and get the history.
She did.
I did. And they said that they just treated the house. But in my opinion, why would you treat a house if it doesn't have termite? Like, I treated my house the first time when I bought it, when they built it. But to me, it just sounds like it had termites. They treated it. And now it doesn't. I don't know, because this is the first time I'm seeing it with my eyes, and I'm like, wait a minute, should I be looking into this more for the new buyer? Should they do an inspection? I don't know, because this is going to come up when I list the property. I'm assuming.
Okay, so your only evidence that it's been treated is from Florida Pest Control, right?
Yes.
Okay, and they said what?
They said that it was treated in 2015. They did an inspection, then they treated it, and then they came back out 2017 to do an inspection, but since 2017, I don't see any activity on the sticker that's on the electrical panel. So I'm saying to myself, okay, so then they don't have a bond because you have to do that every year. Was there an issue prior? And does it need to be obviously disclosed to the new buyer? And do they need to get a bond because of this?
I had a similar.
Most termite companies, when they come out and do the termite inspection for the buyer, they always give you a quote for a treatment. Whether you don't have any problems, but they're going to give you a bond and do either that in-ground treatment or the little thing treatment. And so you have that option to go ahead because you had a clean bill of health. They'll treat it and then they'll, you can keep, up with that.
So I was just nervous that that's going to affect buyers when they see that and they're like, oh, let me stay away from that. So that's really what my concern is in selling the house. That's all.
Instead of being concerned, I would have the termite company come back out and do an inspection, find out if there's been anything ever, and put a sticker on there that says May of 2022 inspected, done.
Okay.
You don't know of anything to disclose there. I mean, there's nothing. I mean, they call it treatment, like Tammy was saying. They call it treatment if they come out and give you preventative treatment. They call it treatment. Right. That doesn't mean they put a thing over the house. They put a tent over the house.
Or there was even termites. There's just a preventative. Yeah.
Okay.
We don't know if it's preventative or not. Tammy and I don't know, but but I would have somebody come out and say, and the termite guy could come out and say, yeah, I see where there was previous damage or not.
And then you could put that uploaded in your documents for people that are looking at your listing, put it,
Yeah, have a thing and have the people come out and do the inspection and write a report that says the house is free of termites.
Thank you. Okay.
Hey, Ryan.
Yes, Idul. Is this about Gretchen?
No. This is about Meredith. No, just kidding. Hey, I just found out Monday, Arden Park. I know you're close to that. That's why I'm mentioning to you. They have a lot of termites. And that's a new construction. Yeah. So just FYI to agents, they have a lot of termites in there. Okay.
That's in Ocoee for those of you who don't know.
Yeah, Ocoee, Claricona, Ocoee Road, Arden Park, is Lennar Homes.
Okay.
I know I was driving when you were talking this morning, so I couldn't speak. But just want to bring that up.
All right. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
That was very pleasant. Is the company joining the international MLS? I know we talked about it. Somebody brought it up here. I'm still not familiar with it. Oh, that's a direct question. Sorry, everybody didn't see this. Patricia, is the company joining the international MLS? I need to know more about it, Patricia. I'm sorry, I don't know. We'll look into anything as long as it's reasonable. If you'll send me information or tell me exactly what you're talking about, Patricia, I'd be happy to look at it. All right. Any other questions or comments?
Hey, Ryan, do we have access to Naples?
No, we only go as far south as Sarasota County. Stops right there at Port Charlotte.
Yeah.
I just don't have the business down there to do it.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
All right. On the West Coast, guys, we go from Sarasota up to Clearwater, a little past that. On the East Coast, we go from Jacksonville to Miami. All right. And most of the middle central part. Any other questions? Individual agents welcome to join. Edith says individual agents are welcome to join the international MLS. Maybe some of you guys who do international business would know more about that. So let me know if you do. All right, guys. Oh, all right. I'll mute you. All right. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful week. If you need anything else for next week, do that. Please do your homework, though. Please, guys, write down, track your time, audit your money, audit your efforts. Where is it all going and how is that paying off? Let's become more efficient. We have to, or we'll go crazy and we'll go broke. So let's be more efficient. Let's make more money. Let's invest more of that money that we make back into our business, and the whole thing just grows and grows and grows. And that's what we all want to do. So thank you all very much. I will see you next week, and I look forward to it. Bye, everybody.